Chronological Bible in a Year Reading Plan, Day 51. Today we were in Leviticus 22 and 23, and there were a few things going on, but what really stood out to me was the description of what a sacrifice could and could not entail, as well as how the Sabbaths and holy days were to be observed. Because in both of these instances, there was an element of loss. If you can't work, you can't make money. If you have to offer a sacrifice without blemish, it costs you money. And it tells us something that should be obvious in the word sacrifice, that being sacrifices take sacrifice. In Romans, we are told that we are to be a living sacrifice. And yet, I know for myself and for others I've seen and counseled, sometimes that can be difficult. We want to sacrifice from our excess in a way that does not impact our comfort. But here God is saying, you don't sacrifice from your excess. You sacrificed one of the best of your flock or your herd or your harvest. You don't sacrifice your extra time. You take an entire day to honor God. Thinking about this made me start to think, what have I really sacrificed for? Now, admittedly, there are times I've sacrificed for the church, but there are other times where I'm like, okay, well, I really want to go on this vacation, so maybe I'll shift my savings and I'll give a little less here, or I really want that new X, Y, or Z, so I'll only give this much in this season of my life. But is that really sacrifice, or is that simply budgeting worship? I would love to know, what is one of the biggest sacrifices that have been asked of you that you fulfilled, or if you're willing to share, maybe that has been left unfulfilled? I know personally when I felt called by God to ministry, I had to look at our life and say, am I willing to lose some financial security? Am I willing to lose some of these things for the sake of serving God? When we look at our monthly budget and we say, are we really going to give whatever we feel called to give, knowing that doing so might cost us this thing or this trip or that trip? I'm looking forward to getting some more out of Leviticus. We've got a few days left before we jump into Numbers. But until then, God bless.